Emmerdale favourite Charity Dingle has finally come clean to her husband, Mack Boyd, about baby Leyla's true parentage and the traumatic ordeal she endured involving Dr Todd, leaving fans eager to discover what happens next. In recent episodes of the ITV soap, Charity has been struggling to cope after being blackmailed and sexually assaulted by Dr Todd, who uncovered that Leyla is actually the biological daughter of Charity and Ross Barton. After an unexpected encounter with kind-hearted stranger Serena Sugden, Charity made the difficult decision to tell Mack everything. She also revealed the truth to Sarah and Jacob Sugden, who have believed that Leyla is their child. During Thursday's episode on the 25th of June, Charity began opening up to Mack, who reacted with increasing anger as she admitted to having a brief affair with his friend Ross. Charity then explained that the situation extended far beyond her relationship with Ross and directly affected Sarah and Jacob. Mack quickly realised what this meant for baby Leyla. Overcome with emotion, Charity also disclosed that Todd had raped her and revealed that police had informed her there was not enough evidence to move forward with the case. Although devastated by the revelations, Mack encouraged Charity to postpone telling Sarah and Jacob any further details. He also urged her to return to the police in the hope that Todd could eventually be brought to justice. Mack assured Charity that despite his anger, he would continue to support her. In upcoming scenes, Charity revisits the police station and tells officers that Todd not only sexually assaulted her, but also blackmailed her. DS Reed agrees to take a statement concerning the blackmail allegations, but explains that the sexual assault investigation will be treated separately. After meeting with DS Reed, Charity once again begins to doubt herself. She worries that exposing everything Todd did may not make any difference. As she reflects on the situation, Charity fears that sharing the truth may have disappointed Sarah and that Todd could still avoid punishment for the assault. At the same time, Mack becomes increasingly concerned that Charity is trying too hard to appear strong despite her trauma. His worries grow when she decides to put others first by attending baby Leyla's christening. During the christening celebrations, Mack struggles to cope with the burden of the secrets. In a moment of self-sabotage, he attempts to start an argument with Kev Townsend, but Kev refuses to rise to the bait. Forced to explain his behaviour, Mack unexpectedly blurts out that Charity had cheated on him. In response, Kev advises Mack to take revenge on the person responsible for hurting his family, but to do so wisely. This advice leads Mack to confront Todd at a hospital in Sheffield. However, Todd denies every accusation, insisting that her encounter with Charity was consensual and not an assault. She repeatedly lies and adopts an apparently remorseful attitude in an attempt to convince him. Mack rejects Todd's claims and promises to see her behind bars for what she did to Charity. Even so, Todd remains smug as security staff arrive. Before leaving Todd's office, Mack issues a chilling warning, declaring that he would kill her if she ever harmed Charity again. The following day, police arrive in the village, wanting to speak with Mack. In a shocking development, viewers are then taken forward in time to a major crime scene. A forensic camera flash briefly reveals the identity of the victim, raising the possibility that another murder mystery could soon unfold. Robert Sugden is in for two major surprises in upcoming Emmerdale scenes, thanks to both Kev and Serena. Although Robert has only recently returned to the village, a lot has changed during his absence. While he has been away, his cousin Serena Sugden has arrived in the village, and his former husband, Kev Townsend, has also made an unexpected comeback. In forthcoming episodes, Robert, who has been spending time in Portugal with Aaron Dingle while visiting his sister, is stunned when he unexpectedly comes face-to-face with Kev once again. Their reunion quickly brings one important issue to the forefront. In a newly released preview clip, Robert learns that Kev has returned, and the conversation soon shifts to finalising their divorce. For fans of Robron, the speedy divorce process means attention can soon turn towards organising Robert and Aaron's long-awaited wedding. Fortunately, Kev is willing to cooperate and move things forward. The preview also shows Robert delighted to discover that Serena is now living in the area. Considering Robert spent several years in prison, it has been a very long time since he and Serena last saw each other. It remains to be seen how the cousins will reconnect. Viewers first met Serena last Tuesday when she stopped near the village during her travels and stepped into the bushes after needing to use the toilet. At the same time, Charity Dingle was nearby, overwhelmed by the burden of her secrets surrounding baby Leyla and Dr. Todd. The sounds coming from the bushes startled Charity, and when Serena emerged, she immediately sensed that Charity was struggling and needed support. Although Charity was initially hesitant, she eventually realized she could trust Serena and opened up about everything she had been going through. Serena listened sympathetically as Charity shared her troubles. After saying goodbye, Serena returned to her car and entered Emmerdale into her sat-nav. Upon arriving at Emmerdale Farm, she learned from Sarah Sugden that Robert was not currently at home. Serena expressed an interest in reconnecting with Sarah, having not seen her for more than a decade. Elsewhere this week, viewers also saw the return of Kev. He was working from his bakery van when Liam Kavanagh arrived and informed him that Lewis Barton had been abducted. As Lewis's biological father, Kev immediately abandoned what he was doing in order to help. However, it soon emerged that he was also supposed to return a necklace to a woman named Kylie. Despite claiming he had changed, Kev initially delayed giving the item back. Eventually, Kev recognized that helping his son mattered far more than the necklace, so he returned it to Kylie. Shortly after Lewis made it home safely, he unexpectedly came face to face with Kev. In a surprising attempt to reveal the truth, Kev stood up and sang Father and Son by Boyzone to tell Lewis that he was his father. Overwhelmed by the revelation, Lewis admitted that he did not want to build a relationship with Kev. Later, Kev spoke to Ross and Nicola King in the pub, explaining that he did not want to be the sort of person who reveals life-changing news and then disappears. Instead, he intended to remain in the village. The question now is whether Lewis will eventually allow Kev to become part of his life. Questions continue to swirl around Serena and her true motives in Emmerdale, with viewers eager to uncover who she really is and why she has arrived in the village. There is growing speculation that Serena could bring major problems to the community when it emerges that she has a connection to John Sugden. John met his end during a confrontation in the woods after attempting to kill his sister, Victoria Sugden. During the struggle, Victoria killed him in self-defense, although the police believe that John took his own life. Overwhelmed by the fear that the truth might eventually come to light, Victoria later decided to leave the village. As a result, the arrival of someone linked to the deceased former medic could create serious complications for those involved. Serena's introduction to the village was unusual from the beginning. She unexpectedly encountered a distressed Charity Dingle near a lake, while Charity was struggling emotionally. Appearing to be a caring stranger, Serena offered Charity comfort and support, and Charity eventually confided in her. However, Serena's willingness to help someone she had never met has raised suspicions. With Serena now aware of Charity's deeply personal struggles, questions remain about whether Charity could be putting herself in danger. Something about Serena does not seem entirely genuine. Sarah Sugden shares these concerns and becomes uneasy when Serena reveals that she knows a great deal about Robert Sugden's late brother John. The extent of Serena's knowledge remains unclear, leaving many wondering just how much she truly knows. Despite her reservations, Sarah decides to assist Serena after discovering that she has been living out of her car and offers her somewhere to stay. There is every chance that both Sarah and Charity may regret welcoming Serena into their lives, unless her actions are part of a carefully planned strategy. For now, the biggest mystery remains: what exactly does Serena want? Emmerdale is broadcast on ITV1 every weekday at 8 p.m. and is also available to stream on ITVX.